Everybody. A lot of you guys know me from camp, but for everyone that doesn't, my name's Eric. Now, I'm sure you guys have realized that camp's going to be a little bit different this year, but that's okay. We're still going to try to make sure that we have as much fun as we can. So for tonight's story time, I'm going to be reading The Hog Mollies and the Amazing Aquatic Adventure. Now, it's really important that you guys pay attention during the story because there's going to be a couple questions throughout that we can answer at the end, okay? Good morning, students, and welcome to this year's Amazing Aquatic Adventure, announced science teacher Mr. McGee. Best friends the Hog Mollies stood with their classmates and eagerly surveyed the waters below. The Amazing Aquatic Adventure was one of the coolest events of the year. Mr. McGee explained the task for the day. Each team needs to answer all 4 questions in order to solve the final riddle. This is not a race, but an exercise in using all the resources around you to find the answers. Remember, each team member is unique and has something to contribute to the task. Now, make sure we pay attention to the story closely. Here are the questions that the Hog Mollies are going to be answering. Which underwater mammals love to sing? What travels 4 times faster in water than it does through the air? And what kind of sea slug is named for the type of food it resembles? Which crustacean in this exhibit favors its left claw over its right? And then when we're all done, we can put the letters in to solve our special word. Before we begin, I will divide you into groups of 5, said Mr. McGee. Duke, Sprout, Harley, and Hoppy looked at each other and groaned. But we're the Hog Mollies. We don't need someone different in our group. The Hog Mollies were less than welcoming to their new teammate, Scarlet. Scarlet moved over to join the group. Remember to be open-minded, Mr. McGee told them. You might have more in common with Scarlet than you think. When the Hog Mollies reached the first station, they struggled to find the right answer. Which underwater mammals love to sing? Let's skip this one and come back. Maybe we'll have better luck with question 2. As they walked away, Duke glanced over at Scarlet, who was humming to herself and writing on her paper. That's when he noticed the sheet music hanging out of her bag. Wow, she must study music just like me, he thought to himself. At the second exhibit, the Hog Mollies never thought to ask Scarlet for help. When Sprout looked over at Scarlet, she was again writing on her paper. While he wondered what she could be writing, he was distracted by something else he saw. Dude, she has the supersonic sneakers just like me, he noticed. Harley interrupted Sprout's thoughts. The second question is, what travels 4 times faster in water than it does through air? I have no idea what could move through water that quickly. Let's just move on to question 3. As the Hog Mollies approached the third station, Duke consulted with his friends. Hey guys, maybe we should ask Scarlet for help with these answers. After all, she is on our team, and we haven't even given her a chance to help yet. Yeah, but she's not a Hog Molly, and we do everything together, Harley argued. We've never had anyone different in our group. Question 3, what kind of sea slug is named for the type of food it resembles? As the Hog Mollies continued to debate about asking Scarlet for help, Harley noticed the book that she was carrying. I can't believe it. She's into sea slugs just like me, he thought in amazement. Harley had never met anyone who he could talk to about his favorite sea creature. Hoping to have better luck finding the answer to number 4, the Hog Mollies continued on. But now Sprout, Duke, and Harley all started to pay more attention to Scarlet and less attention to the questions on their worksheet. They couldn't stop thinking about their earlier observations. Question 4. Which crustacean in this exhibit favors its left claw over its right? As they studied the crustaceans, Hoppy looked over at Scarlet and exclaimed, Hey guys, do you know that Scarlet's left-handed, just like me? I don't know anyone else in our class that's left-handed. Maybe she's not so different after all. Wow, the Hog Mollies realized that Scarlet was a lot more like them than they thought. They knew they should have included and asked her for help all along, and they decided that they would ask her now. Hoppy was the first to speak up. Scarlet, at first we didn't want you in our group because you're not a hog molly. But then we realized that there are things that there are things about all of us that are alike and things that are different. Yeah, echoed Sprout. And that's what makes each of us unique. We have lots of things in common. You're just like us. Well, not exactly like you. See, I've got all the answers, said Scarlet. The hog mollies and Scarlet laughed. I just wanted to give you guys a chance to find the answers on your own. But I'm happy to help you. So, did you guys get the same answers as Scarlet? Number 1 is whales. 2 is sound. 3 is lettuce sea slug. 4 is Luke the lobster. Together, the hog mollies and Scarlet found the answer to the final riddle and turned in their paper to Mr. McGee. Well, I'm glad you all learned that being unique is a good thing, Mr. McGee said. Not only that, Harley announced, but we found a new friend. You guys see what the word spelled? U-N-I-Q-U-E. Unique. The end.